Saturday morning, the Experts program starts off, and Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, is our leader on Saturday mornings. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mark. How is your day going?
Going pretty good. Is it a boating weekend for you?
It is. We'll be racing on Sunday, the last one design of the season, 3 races. Looks to be a really nice day for racing, so looking forward to getting out there.
It's supposed to be really hot Sunday and Monday. Will the hot weather affect the amount of wind out on the bay and affect your racing?
It does. It typically kind of makes the wind die down quite a bit. It's just a consequence of the fact that it's a heat wave, and heat waves don't generally bring with them windy conditions. So It'll be pretty light, I think, 6 to 8 knots, something like that, but relatively flat. That'll be what I'm looking forward to, is like sailing on a lake.
So you don't have to break out the oars.
Exactly.
I'm sure Ronnie appreciates that.
Yeah, she does. She doesn't like me getting stuck out there.
Let's see. Amazon unveils a new Echo lineup, game streaming services, and much more, including a new drone. Tell us.
Yesterday, Amazon revealed all of their new tech. Just like every other big tech company, they have a day or a couple of days every year where they kind of tell the public all their latest and greatest stuff. And so they've come out with, what you would expect, improvements to things like their Amazon Echo, right? The Alexa thing, the Dot, and better Alexa, if you will. But more intriguingly, they've come up with 2 new devices that really speak to the kind of security nature of our world right now. So the one that's most intriguing to me is this thing called the Always Home Cam. And what it is, it's a drone that sits in its own charging station, and you can launch the drone and the video will project to your phone or your tablet or online, but you can use it to go anywhere in your house and tell it to go to the bedroom or tell it to go to the front door. And it can also respond to, if you have a Ring alarm system, it can respond to intruder alerts. So if there's an alert that somebody's trying to break into a window, for example, the drone will launch itself and go record the video without you being present, without you needing to do anything. So on the surface, it sounds really, really cool, but then it sounds kind of creepy. So
Hey, I'm wondering if you could program this thing. Let's say that you had the docking station out on your patio and you had it plugged in so it could power. Could you program it to basically go up and hover around your property? Do like a guard that walks around the property.
Like patrol. Yeah,
and
that's interesting.
And it would be always live streaming the video of what it sees. So you could punch it up at any time on your phone and see, what's going on around my house? And then say when the battery runs down to a certain amount, it automatically goes back, docks itself, gets recharged. Once it hits like 100% charge, it goes back up in the air and continues to circulate around your property. Could they be programmed that way?
I don't know, but I'm going to get me one and I'm going to find out. I'm very intrigued by this thing. Ronnie's not going to like it. I'm sure the dogs are going to really hate it, but
they'll get used to it.
Yeah, exactly.
After a while, Lightning won't bark anymore about it.
He'll just ignore it like he does everything else after a while.
Hey, they have something else called Luna. What's that all about?
So Luna is Amazon's first foray into the online gaming industry. So online gaming has become a big thing, and ever more so during the pandemic as people were, forced to find ways to entertain themselves. So Google has their platform called Stadia, and Microsoft has been there for a long, long time with their Xbox and now their xCloud. And these are online gaming streaming services so that you don't have to buy games and game cartridges, those sorts of things. You just subscribe to the service, and then you can use any of the games that your subscription allows for. You can even buy games just like you can buy a movie online and then replay that movie anytime you want. So it's become very, very popular and very lucrative. There's a lot of money to be made. So Luna is Amazon's first foray into this online gaming world, but it's only going to be available by invitation. They're going to roll it out very slowly to make sure that the product is up to the caliber of the competition. So you're not going to be able to jump online and find it anytime soon unless you are selected as one of the people to test it. But eventually, once it's gone through its testing phase for the next few months, it'll be available to the public. So if you're into gaming, something you might want to look at.
Now, here's something else they've come up with. It's called Ring for Cars. And just reading this, it seems really, really interesting. And I'm wondering if people invest in this Ring for Car system, if they might get a discount on their auto insurance because of the fact that you've got a better form of surveillance and anti-theft. Anyway, tell us about Ring for Cars.
The Ring doorbell, everybody knows that. So this is Ring for Car Cam is a camera system that enables you, if you put it into your car, to monitor and record any break-in attempts. If your car gets hit, the camera automatically automatically goes on and records who might have hit your car. And it can even start recording if you get pulled over. So if you're, driving along and a cop pulls you over, you can just say, Alexa, I'm being pulled over, and it automatically starts recording, the engagement with you and the police, which has become kind of a thing now, unfortunately. A friend of mine who's a retired police officer was saying that he's glad he's not a cop now, because it seems every time one of his friends pulls somebody over, there's a dozen people with their cameras out on their phones recording the incident. So, but it's interesting because you can add a Ring car alarm, which will alert you if it detects any unusual activity. So it looks like Amazon is taking Ring outside of the home and just taking it everywhere.
Hey, one last thing for you regarding Amazon. Are Amazon and PayPal ever going to kiss and make up so that we can buy items on Amazon using PayPal?
I don't think anytime soon. I think that they kind of see themselves as competitors in a certain way, which is kind of silly because PayPal doesn't do what Amazon does, and Amazon really doesn't do what PayPal does. But it would be nice if they did. I just don't see any signs of it anytime soon.
I think that if Amazon heard from enough people that are PayPal only and said, hey, I would buy more on Amazon if I could use PayPal instead of doing your system, I'd become a regular Amazon customer. As it is now, I only use your service maybe once or twice a year instead of every week.
Well, there's power in the public, my friend. Yes. So round up your friends and start sending emails to Amazon, see what happens.
Luis Alvarez, CEO of the Alvarez Technology Group, has been our guest this morning. You can check them out at alvareztg.com, at alvareztg. That's the Twitter handle. And Luis, the toll-free number for the I-Team.
Give us a call at 866-78-I-Team. That's 866-784-8326.
All right. Thanks for your time, Luis, and have fun out on the bay tomorrow.
I will. Take care.